Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am filming another currently inked. I have 8 pens inked, I think, and I just want to show you what's in them and what I've been writing with. So let's switch the shot and go look at the pens. Okay, here we are with the selection of pens that I have currently inked. Some of them you have seen recently, or in my last currently inked. I think the 700 Iris, the Vac 700 Iris was in there. But I re-inked it. So this pen has not been, well, it has been inked for a long time, but it's not like I haven't finished a fill. I just re-inked it with the same ink because I really enjoy this combo. Some other ones you may have seen before is the TWSBI Rose Gold, Smoke Rose Gold. I haven't written with that a whole lot, but that's fine. Most of these you have seen before in other videos. Sheaffer Taranis, I think, might be the only one I have not shown before. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's just start out with the TWSBI Vac 700R and do some writing samples. So this is the pretty iris version. Not everyone likes this, but to each their own. I do like it a lot. Let me zoom in a little bit for the writing. Okay. TWSBI Vac 700R. I always keep this knob like half unscrewed. It is a fine nib. And it's still inked with Diamine Bilberry, which is an ink I really love. I've done an ink video about a couple of purple inks, and this was in there. So actually I was not in frame for that completely. Here's the nib. Yeah, it's really good. One of the better TWSBI fine nibs I have. Let's go to another Vac, and that is the Pilot 823 medium nib. Inked this with Lamy Barrel recently. I have done a video about this. I don't remember how negative I was, but I believe I was not super positive. I have been changing my opinion about this pen. I've begun to appreciate it more than I used to. I don't know how that works, but the more I've been using it, the more I appreciate it. So this is the amber color, which you can see in the cap very well. Because the barrel is filled with ink, it just looks quite pink. And I inked it with Lamy Barrel. Lamy Barrel is like a pinker version of Pilot Iroshizuku Yamabudo. So Pilot 823, this is a medium nib. And then Lamy Barrel is the ink. I must say I enjoyed this ink more than Yamabudo. Yamabudo is one of my favorite inks. But this is slightly more pink, and this feels wetter, so it's really wet. And one of my problems with this pen was that I didn't like how medium it was in its wetness. But yeah, this ink really works with that lovely big nib on this pen. And yeah, I'm thinking of doing reshooting that video, like showing my actual appreciation. But I don't know yet. It's a possibility. Yeah, pen number 2. Let's just go through another TWSBI Smoke Rose Gold. Did a video about this recently. It's a decent pen. It's not my favorite rose gold of the TWSBIs. I think that is, ooh, this one, this uninked, but it's the white one. TWSBI Eco. I forgot what nib I got. It's a medium. It is inked with Sailor Okuyama, which is a sheeny brownish red. And I like it. I like it mostly because it sheens. It is a little on the brown side for me. I wish it was a little brighter, but it's pretty good. It's a nice wet ink. It flows really well. yeah, that is the TWSBI Eco Smoke Rose Gold. And then a pen that I recently re-inked. I had Lamy Dark Lilac in it. It still has Lamy Dark Lilac in it, but I have the Pilot Con 40 in here. Atrocious converter, like really bad, and holds almost no ink, so I had to refill it. This is the Pilot Vanishing Point Blue Carbon-esque, I believe. It has that blue carbon fiber-ish finish. It's not actually carbon fiber. I like the texture on this. It's really interesting. Anyway, let's click it. Honestly, again, I forget what nib is on pens. Let me check it for you guys. This is a medium. Okay. So I have several vanishing points, and they all have different nibs, so I never remember what's on this pen because I switched them out. Pilot VP medium nib. So I found that my Capless pens are very picky about ink. So they, I'm talking about them like they're personified. They like wet inks, specifically Pilot inks, but Lamy Dark Lilac is really, it flows so well. It's really lubricated. So I get away with it in this pen. And of course it's a beautiful purple. That sheen's lovely. Yeah. So I only have cartridges of this ink, and what I do is syringe the cartridges empty and then just put it in different pens. Yeah, the VP. Let me think. Let's look at the Sheaffer Taranis. This is a pen that is heavy. It's all metal, and I'm always conflicted about whether I like it or not. It's a modern Sheaffer, and it has like a hooded nib, and on the section it says Sheaffer. Always get ink in here, and then it's fairly heavy, but it's not unbalanced. And then I have a converter in here, and the converter is like not really see-through. So there's a green ink in here, but the converter itself is like semi-translucent. It's like the cap of the Smoke Rose Gold, that dark, and like you can't really see how it's going with the ink in there. It's a really weird looking pen, but I enjoy it. Mine is a fine nib, and I have it inked with Emerald of Chivor without the sparkles, because I don't think it will go well with sparkles. And what I appreciate about this pen is that when I'm journaling, I can actually write fairly neatly with this one. I don't know why the pen or the nib has influence on that, but it does. It's a fine nib. I'm writing at a weird angle now, so it's not as neat as I would like it, but not as bad. It is J. Herbin Emerald of Chivor. No sparkle. Ooh. Look at that, super neat. No, I'm just writing at a weird angle. Yeah. Oh, this ink is also very good. This nib is fairly dry, so it does not sheen as much as I would like it to sheen, but it does its thing, and it's still pretty good. But yeah. Sheaffer Taranis. Don't think I've ever shown it. Let us move on to a small pen, and that is a Franklin Cristoph. This is, I believe, the 45, and my fiance gave it to me. It is in that beautiful purpley finish. It does not show up on camera as well as I would like it to, but it is super gorgeous. I have a fine sig on this. We can't really see that. And this is inked with Waterman Inspired Blue. Franklin Cristoph fine sig. So my handwriting and nibs like this do not work very well. I always try, but it's not the best thing. Waterman Inspired Blue. Which is, it's an okay ink. I'm still looking for a really sheeny, like turquoise ink. There are a few who do sheen moderately, but I haven't found like a super sheener. People will probably say Robert Oster Fire and Ice, but what I don't like about Robert Oster Fire and Ice is the fact that it doesn't really fully sheen. It's like halo sheen. So on the edges of the letters there is sheen, but not like full on sheen. Anyway, let us go to a Progear Slim, Sailor Progear Slim, Purple Cosmos. I think this is my first like actual Sailor or fancy Sailor. I think actual Sailor, and it is a very nice pen with the sparkles. And I love purple. You guys know I love purple. Purple is my life. It has a medium nib. And Sailor nibs, they're always kind of weird to me. They feel really like they're flat. So the tipping doesn't feel round, but more like flat. I don't mind it, but I do have to be like in the mood for a Sailor. Sailor Progear Slim, and then this is a medium, and the ink is Sailor Shigure, I believe. It's a really dark purple, and in my Hobonichi it shows quite a lot of gold sheen. It's not as noticeable in this notebook, which is weird because it should be the same paper. But it's an interesting pen. I've been using it at work a lot, grading with it. It's a really nice one to just clip to your shirt. It's not heavy, it's small. It's very portable. One of the reasons I like it. Also, it's just very pretty. And then I think this is the last one that I have not done yet. And that is the TWSBI Aurora. And I realized that I have not done a full video on this. It has shown up in a video, but I have not done a separate video on this. And I know why I haven't done it. It's because this pen is not available anymore. It was a really short period in which it was available, and I think a lot of people missed out on it. But it's so gorgeous. I kind of want to do a video on it, but anyway, this is the TWSBI Aurora, and mine has a extra fine nib. Yes, I always have to check. I never remember what I buy. It's a black nib, and you can switch it out with other TWSBI nibs from the 580 specifically. It has an ink window right here, but it's not super visible. But yeah, this pen is just really super gorgeous. Anyways, TWSBI Aurora, and this is an extra fine. I would have gotten a different nib if I could have, but when I was going to buy it, everything else was sold out. TWSBI Aurora extra fine, and this is TWSBI Midnight Blue, which is a nice wet blue ink with some red sheen, and is really enjoyable to use. All right, those are my pens. It's not that many this time. Well, they're 8. It's plenty, but it's not like a double list, which I have had before. If you have any questions about the pens I've used, please let me know. If you want to see a in-depth video about anything that I haven't shown yet, please let me know too. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.